on, everybody? Good morning. So today we are going to be going on a little road trip, heading down to Minneapolis because we're going to go check out the Rocker Spring Social event, which is it's kind of a vintage motorcycle rally / hot rod event. It's really in the style of like the Mods vs. Rockers events that happen in happen in Chicago. This one's happening in Minneapolis. It's kind of like the mini version of that. So it should be a really good time. I'm excited for it. I've been wanting to go to this event for years, so we're doing that. And unfortunately, we're not taking this one because this bike, though it looks old school, is actually a modern Triumph T100, and we will have some videos in the future covering this bike and some mods on it. But we're actually going to be taking the XS650 down there. It makes more sense. It's a vintage motorcycle. It looks really pretty, and yeah, it'll be a nice ride into that event. So first things first, I need to finish packing and bring in the trailer so I can repack the bearings on that thing. So that's going to take a little bit, but we'll pick this back up from the road. I'll get the motorcycle loaded, hop in the 4Runner, and start heading down there for this little overnight camping trip motorcycle event. So let's do that. Moms are out mowing the lawns today. And we're off. Well, guys, I'm pretty excited about this little trip here. So a little bit about the show. It's a vintage motorcycle rally. It's themed a little bit more in the style of like a Mods vs. Rockers type of event. If you're not familiar with that, it's kind of based around the British 60s, 70s motorcycle culture. Actually, it might have been 50s, 60s, 70s. Where basically, like, they used to hot rod these old British parallel twin motorcycles, like the Nortons, the Triumphs, the BSAs, Matchless. I think there was kind of quite a few of them. And it's kind of themed after that with an American twist to it, in that it's got rockabilly music. I know that was kind of, they had that there too, but rockabilly, and then there's going to be kind of some hot rods and stuff that are going to be there as well. It's something they've sort of added on, it looks like. I've been meaning to go down and check this out. Buddy Sean and I, we went to a Mods vs. Rockers event years ago, and that was a big one that was at Chicago. We went the first year and I think the second year. And yeah, it was awesome. It was one of the funnest events I've ever been to. It's a really cool vibe, really fun music, good people, really good bike builds. And yeah, it should be a good time. In the future, I'd actually really like to take the Ford. I'm going to need a little bit more attractive trailer, I think. You don't want to pull a rusty, shitty trailer behind a vintage Ford. But that's a small problem. So yeah, no, that's kind of the goal long term. But yeah, let's get down there. Let's go check it out. Got to call the campground and report that I am running a little late. Whoops. All right, let's get over there. Seems to be pretty good. Doesn't seem like she scooted a whole lot. Nothing's acting weird, thank God. Great shitty little trailer. We'll just check to make sure it isn't hot on the hubs. Nope. No heat on that one. Yeah. No heat at all. That's great. Man, these old bikes look so good. Need to clean this one up a little bit more, but it's pretty good. So we're in what's called North Branch, kind of a midway point, or 3/4 of the way there. So we got about another 50 miles or so. We'll round it up to about an hour of driving. So, all right, let's get heading out.
Your destination is on the right.
All right, well, got the bike up. Yeah, I figured this is probably best. I've got to detach it and run into town anyways, but yeah, this is home, at least for a day or two. But looks pretty good. I think this is going to work for a night. Very excited to get out and go get some beer, kind of get settled in, get some electrical hooked up. So let's do that. I had to step away from the show here because it was so loud with the band. But it was cool. Like I showed up and I parked on the street, and they were like no, your bike is coming in. It's too nice to sit out here on the street with the others. It needs to be in here with the show bikes and stuff, which was really cool. So that rolled that in. I wish I could stick around to the end of the ceremony and stuff, but not like the awards stuff. But I'm gonna have to dip out a little bit early. But so far it's pretty cool. So let's cut over to some footage that I shot of the show. But first, before that, I need to show you guys this thing. Like, how freaking cool is this? I mean, straight out of 1970. Granted, I think this one was actually like from the 80s. I don't think, well, maybe that's from the 70s, but it's pretty sweet. All right, anyways, let's cut into the show footage.
Golf clap? Golf clap. It's the city.
Wore out, but I am ready to head home. Well, I'm beat, but it was a good weekend, really good weekend. Oh man, boy, that was interesting when the bike slipped off the ramp. Oh man, I knew this was gonna be a challenge using those kind of ramps. It was one of those things where I picked those up for a four-wheeler that I got, and figured I could use them for motorcycles, but room for error is very small with a narrow ramp like that. So whatever, we're all right. The bike it appears to be fine. It just landed on the bottom of the frame. Hopefully it didn't script like the brake stay bracket. Hopefully that's not damaged, but yeah. And thank goodness for Charlie and Emily. I loaded the bike and unloaded it at their place for the show, and thankfully they were there. Otherwise that'd have been really interesting to try and get that bike either up onto the ramp, or excuse me, up onto the trailer myself, or try and pull it down, which probably would have caused a little bit of damage. So had that glad they were there. But guys, this is an awesome event. This is a really nice little getaway too. It was cool, like pulling up and then, you know, basically backing up to a curb, and then a moment later having somebody come out and be like, that bike's too nice to be out here, you need to put that into the show. That was very validating. I really like the way that the XS came out, and it's really like the feedback that I got from everybody was like, a lot of positives. And I didn't do that much to the bike. I just tried to do some simple things that are sort of resto mod, kind of OEM plus style thing. I don't know if you ever heard the terminology, but the whole idea is that like you want things to look cohesive. You want them to work together, and I think that it was the case with that bike. I think it looks really good and tasteful. Anyway, got a lot of really good praise on it. So yeah, music was great, show was great. Got to see a Mercury lead sled, so that was cool. It really makes me think, like, I don't know, next year do I need to take the shoebox down to that and maybe build a little trailer or something to pull one of the bikes with? Could be kind of cool. I don't know, maybe we'll see. That's their big show though. They've got a couple little random events, but that's like their big annual show, so we'll have to wait until next year to do another thing with the Ton Up Minneapolis crew. But it was a lot of fun. So big thanks goes out to them for putting on a killer event, and you know, thanks to you guys for watching. You know, hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna cruise on home and I don't know, go hug my wife and kids. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on the next one.